Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh and very good morning to everyone. So for today's class, we are going to continue our lesson, okay, with respiration part 2. Okay, so I hope you guys are ready. Okay, so let me set up first. Okay guys, so today we are going to start with gases exchange, okay, in the plant. Okay, so as you can see here, gases exchange will also happen in plant, okay, not just in animal and human. Okay, for example, in human, the gases exchange will happen when we take oxygen and we release carbon dioxide. That is what gases exchange mean. Okay, we take oxygen and we release carbon dioxide. Okay, same goes to the plant. Okay, plant also they will take oxygen and they will release carbon dioxide, and they also can take carbon dioxide and release oxygen. But for us, we are human, right? And also animal, we only can absorb oxygen and release carbon dioxide. We can absorb carbon dioxide, but plant they can absorb carbon dioxide. So how these different gases exchange happen is depend on what day or what time, okay, the plant are living in. Okay, for example, during the day, you see here, during the day. Okay, during the day, the plant will take carbon dioxide, and the plant also will take oxygen. But they will release, okay, oxygen and carbon dioxide. So what does it mean? It means that during the day, you see here, during the day, the plant will do two process, which are photosynthesis and respiration. Okay, I repeat again. During the day, during the day yang ada cahaya matahari, siang ke pagi ke petang ke, okay, the plant will do two process which are photosynthesis and respiration. Okay, when the plant do photosynthesis, they will take carbon dioxide, and they will give out oxygen. Okay, but if they are doing respiration, they will take oxygen and they will release carbon dioxide. Okay, so I think maybe some of you might be wondering why the plant also need to do respiration. Okay, you have to know that respiration is a process to get energy. Okay, to get energy. So in order to do respiration, you should have oxygen and glucose. Okay, oxygen and glucose, when we combine them together, the plant will have carbon dioxide, water and energy. So the energy will be used in the plant for what? Maybe for the growth. Okay, and then the root, ni awak tengok akar ni. Akar guna tenaga untuk apa? Untuk absorb water. So those job require energy. So how can the plant get energy? From respiration. When they take oxygen and they also will release carbon dioxide. But bear in mind, during night, awak tengok during night, is there any light? No, right? So during the night, there will be no photosynthesis take place. That's why the plant will focus on respiration. So sebab itulah dia ambil oxygen. Respiration kan kita ambil oxygen, and then we will release carbon dioxide. So this is how it happened. Okay. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, wait. Okay, number 2. Okay, oops. Share screen. Okay, kejap Oh, wait. Number 2. Okay, guys, so let's continue. Okay, so right now, just now, we have studied depending on what day. Okay, during daylight, they will do two process. Okay, photosynthesis and respiration. But during night, they will only do respiration where they take oxygen and release carbon dioxide. Okay, now we are going to study how the gases exchange happen in the plant. Okay, for human, okay, remember, for human, manusia, we use alveoli, right? We use alveoli or lung. Okay, where alveoli or lung is the place where the gases exchange happen. But for the, okay, for fish, we use gill, right? Insang. Kalau insect kita guna trachea. Kalau frog kita guna lung and also moist skin. But for the plant, you should know that the gases exchange happen in the leaf. Dia berlaku dekat daun. Ni awak tengok ni. Okay, ni the structure of leaf that show the path of gases exchange. Okay, the division of carbon dioxide occur through the stoma according to the different concentration of carbon dioxide in the cell and in the air space between the cell during photosynthesis. Okay, so before we want to learn about how gases exchange happen, I want to teach you the structure of the leaf. This is the cross section of the leaf. Kalau kita potong structure leaf, kita guna mikroskop, this is how you will look. Okay, inilah yang awak akan nampak. Okay, so cikgu nak ajar dulu structure dia. Okay, so this is how the leaf looks like. Okay, pertama sekali kita ada cuticle. Ini awak tengok warna biru ni. Okay, cuticle ni fungsi dia adalah to prevent water loss. Okay, to prevent water loss. Okay, cuticle ni dia seperti payung lah. Payung yang mana dia akan melindungi daun daripada kehilangan lebih banyak air. Okay, for example, when you are exposed to the direct sunlight, for sure you are sweating, right? Bila awak sweating, awak kehilangan air. So macam mana awak nak mengelakkan awak kehilangan air? Awak guna payung, betul tak? Okay, same goes here. So they have cuticle. Okay, this is the upper epidermis cell. Ni upper epidermis cell, yang ni lower epidermis cell. Sepatutnya ada perkataan cell kat sini . Okay, so upper tu maksudnya dia berada dekat depan, atas. Sorry. Okay, upper means this epidermis cell, they are located at the top. But for the lower epidermis, they are located at the bottom. Okay. And then we have Palisade mesophyll cell. Ni Palisade mesophyll cell. Dia rectangle. Okay, if you notice inside Palisade mesophyll cell, okay, there is a chloroplast. Ni warna hijau yang biji-biji ni. So Palisade mesophyll cell, they can do photosynthesis. Sebab apa? Dia ada chloroplast. Same goes here. Ni awak tengok ni yang bulat-bulat macam kodok ni. Ni yang bulat-bulat ni. Okay, nama dia adalah spongy mesophyll cell. So if you notice inside spongy mesophyll cell, there is also chloroplast. Ni yang biji-biji ni. So they can do photosynthesis. Okay, lepas tu kita ada apa? Kita ada xylem, ni awak tengok warna merah ni. And then kita ada phloem. Xylem fungsi dia apa? Transport water and mineral salt. Nak mengangkut air. Okay, and then phloem. Phloem apa fungsi dia? Phloem to transport nutrient. Glucose ke, protein ke, okay, they will be transported using phloem. Lepas tu kita ada apa? Kita ada lower epidermis cell. Ni yang bawah tadi, ni yang atas kan. Okay, and then if you notice beside lower epidermis cell, you can find gut cell. Dalam bahasa Melayu, sel ni nama dia adalah sel pengawal. Gut cell. Okay, gut cell, bear in mind, it should be present in pairs. Dia mesti berpasang-pasangan. Maksudnya dia tak boleh seorang-seorang macam hidup awak lah. Okay, so gut cell must be present in pairs. Sebab tu dia ada dua. Okay, so apa fungsi gut cell ni? If you notice also, inside gut cell ada juga biji-biji ni. Apa fungsi biji? Apa biji-biji ni? Ini adalah chloroplast. So remember, in leaf, dalam daun, there are 3 places where photosynthesis can happen. The first one is Palisade mesophyll cell. Number 2, spongy mesophyll cell, and the last one gut cell. Why? Because all of them contain chloroplast. Ni kalau lower epidermis, cuticle, xylem, phloem dan juga lower epidermis cell, they cannot do photosynthesis because they don't have chloroplast. Okay. Okay, back to gut cell. If you notice gut cell ni, okay, they can control the size of stoma. Stoma ni dia adalah sejenis lubang. Ni lubang kat tengah-tengah ni nama dia adalah stoma. Okay, the size of stoma is controlled by gut cell. So gut cell ni lah yang akan control size stoma ni. Kalau gut cell tu expand, mengembang, Okay, the stomata will open. Kalau gut cell tu shrink, shrink tu mengecut. Okay, the stomata will close. Okay, apa fungsi stomata ni? It will allow the gases exchange to happen. So maksudnya lubang ni dia seperti lubang hidung kita. Apa fungsi lubang hidung kita? Oksigen boleh masuk, carbon dioxide boleh keluar. Sama juga dengan stoma. Okay, so this stoma it will allow the gas. Apa yang masuk ni? Awak tengok ni, carbon dioxide masuk, betul tak? And then siapa yang keluar? Oksigen. Oksigen yang keluar. Okay, boleh faham? So kalau stoma ni tertutup, boleh tak gas dengan carbon dioxide ni keluar? Tak boleh. Sebab itulah stoma ni kena buka. Okay. So we want to study about diffusion of carbon dioxide. Yang awak tengok nombor 1 ni awak tengok. Ni nombor 1 ni. When the carbon dioxide is used in photosynthesis, the concentration of carbon dioxide in the cell become lower compared to the concentration of carbon dioxide in the air space between the cell. Satu lagi awak perasan, dekat sini adanya ruang kosong. Ni ada ruang kosong ni. Ni ruang kosong. Ni ruang kosong dekat sini nama dia adalah air space. Air space. Air space tu ruang kosong yang ada dalam sel ni. So apa yang dia cakap mula-mula? When the carbon dioxide used in photosynthesis, the concentration of carbon dioxide in the cell become lower to the concentration of carbon dioxide in the air space. Maksudnya ni awak tengok contohlah kita ambil kat sini Palisade mesophyll cell ni. Palisade mesophyll cell ni dia akan buat proses photosynthesis. So it will absorb carbon dioxide. So bila carbon dioxide is used here, it means that the concentration of carbon dioxide in Palisade mesophyll cell is lower than the concentration of carbon dioxide in the air space. Maksudnya kepekatan carbon dioxide dekat sini lebih rendah berbanding dekat sini. So apa akan jadi? The difference in the concentration will allow the dissolved carbon dioxide in the most moist surface of cell diffuse from a space between the cell into the cell. So maksudnya, if you notice ni, awak tengok ni yang arrow warna merah ni. So when the concentration of carbon dioxide in air space is higher than in the Palisade mesophyll cell, okay, the carbon dioxide will diffuse from where to where? From air space to the Palisade mesophyll cell. Boleh faham? Okay. Awak kena ingat gas ni dia kalau nak bergerak mesti tempat tu ada different concentration. Satu kena rendah, satu kena tinggi. Kalau situasi yang pertama ni, awak tengok nombor 1 ni, okay, carbon dioxide dalam sel ni lebih rendah. Carbon dioxide dekat air space ni lebih tinggi. So carbon dioxide akan bergerak daripada tempat tinggi ke tempat rendah. Faham? So the carbon dioxide will diffuse from air space to Palisade mesophyll cell. Okay. Nombor 2, ni awak tengok nombor 2 ni. Okay. This causes the concentration of carbon dioxide in the air space between the cell become lower compared to the concentration of carbon dioxide at the air outside the stoma. So sekarang ni tadi kita cakap carbon dioxide tu akan bergerak daripada air space ni pergi kepada Palisade mesophyll cell. So sekarang ni concentration of carbon dioxide dekat sini tinggi ke rendah? Jadi rendah lah. Sebab apa? Sebab banyak carbon dioxide pergi ke sel. So sini jadi rendah. Kat mana pula tinggi? Dekat luar ni. Sebab tu dia cakap at the outside of stoma. Outside the stoma ni maksudnya surrounding kat luar ni lah. So we can see that the concentration of carbon dioxide outside is higher than inside air space. So apa jadi? This difference in concentration cause the diffusion of carbon dioxide from atmosphere, daripada kat luar ni, into the air space. Sebab itulah awak tengok error daripada ni yang warna carbon dioxide ni, warna merah ni. Okay, daripada luar masuk ke dalam. So this is how it works. Okay. Okay, next. Okay, jap. Ni awak tengok ni. Okay, just now I say that the stoma ni, ingat tak stoma tu yang is controlled by gut cell tu. Ni awak tengok ni. Ni stoma ni. Kalau stoma terbuka, this is how it looks like. Okay, kalau stoma tu tertutup, macam inilah rupa dia. Tertutup lah. So awak tengok kat sini dia cakap apa? Stoma is made up by stomatal pore bonded by a pair of gut cell. Okay. So stoma of the plant open, okay, during photosynthesis when there is a light, and close when it is dark. Okay, when the plant lose so many water as a hot day shown in a figure 2.7. Okay, so sekarang ni kalau stomata tu terbuka, okay, why it need to open? Because they want to do photosynthesis. Photosynthesis perlukan apa? Carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide akan masuklah melalui lubang ni dan oksigen akan dikeluarkan. Tapi waktu malam, awak tengok waktu malam ada tak cahaya matahari? Tak ada cahaya matahari. So no photosynthesis. Bila tak ada photosynthesis, so ditutuplah. Buat apa kan? Sebab tak buat proses photosynthesis. Ya, ni tengok ni. Okay, dan dia juga akan tertutup okay. It also will close okay when it is during drought ataupun hot days. Bila kemarau sebagai contoh. Kemarau kan panas, betul tak? Bila panas dia akan kehilangan lebih banyak air. Okay, so awak kena ingat fungsi stoma ni bukan saja untuk gases exchange. Fungsi dia yang kedua adalah to allow water transpiration. Okay, maksudnya air tu kalau dia nak keluar daripada pokok tu, dia akan keluar melalui lubang stomata ni ataupun stoma. Ingat stoma and stomata sama Okay, dia akan keluar daripada lubang stoma tu. So in order to avoid the excessive water loss, okay, the stoma will close. Sebab tu dia cakap ni awak tengok ni. When there is a light and when close when it is dark or when the plant lose a lot of water. Maksudnya dia akan tutup stoma ni bila waktu malam dan juga bila air tu kehilangan lebih banyak air. Bila kehilangan air waktu kemarau sebagai contoh, dia kena tutup lah supaya air tidak keluar lah as a water vapor. Okay. Okay guys, so let's go to the next one. Okay, the next one they are talking about the process of osmosis. Kenapa kita nak bincang pasal osmosis kat sini? Okay, because osmosis ni you have to know that it's a process of water movement. Ni kita baca kat sini the concept of osmosis. Osmosis is a process of movement of water from a region of high concentration of water, okay, to a lower concentration of water through a semi-permeable membrane. Okay, mungkin awak tak berapa nak faham dekat sini, tapi tak apa. Cuba awak tengok dekat beaker ni. Okay, dekat beaker ni kita ada dua bahagian, bahagian A dan bahagian B. Okay, bahagian A dan juga bahagian B. Okay, so apa indication dia? Pertama sekali awak tengok warna biru ni menunjukkan air. Okay, yang titik merah ni menunjukkan solute molecule such as sucrose. Solute molecule tu maksudnya bahan yang larut. Contohnya apa bahan larut? Sebagai contoh garam. Garam bila awak masuk dalam air, larut tak? Larut lah. Gula, contoh lagi. Sirap ke apa, dia mesti larut dalam air. Okay, so biji-biji merah ni kita boleh guna sebagai contoh sucrose ke, glukos ke, salt ke, dan tak kisahlah apa-apa. Okay, so sekarang ni kalau awak tengok bahagian A ni, dia ada banyak air ke banyak garam? Mestilah banyak air kan, sebab apa awak tengok? Berapa je dia ada garam ni? Bukan garam ni, dia guna sucrose. Berapa je sucrose ada? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So dekat sini kita boleh cakap the concentration of water is higher. Kepekatan air lebih banyak berbanding dengan kepekatan sucrose. Tapi kat region B, ni region B ni. Region B ni ada banyak apa? Ada banyak sucrose. Bila dia banyak sucrose, dia akan kurang air. Faham? So maksudnya kat sini dia apa panggil tu? Dia cair. Sebab apa cair? Banyak air. Tapi yang ni dia pekat. Sebab apa pekat? Sebab dia ada banyak sucrose. Okay. So apa itu osmosis? Osmosis itu adalah pergerakan air daripada kawasan yang banyak air ke kawasan yang kurang air. Sebab itulah after eksperimen awak tengok air dekat level A ni kurang berbanding dengan air dekat level B. Sebab apa? Air akan bergerak daripada region yang banyak air kepada region yang kurang air. Faham maksud cikgu? Sebab tu dia cakap kat sini, osmosis is a process of water movement from a region of high concentration of water molecule. Siapa yang high concentration of water molecule? A lah. Nak kawasan ni. To where? To the lower, to a region of low concentration of water. So sini lalu sebab apa dia low? Sebab dia ada banyak solute. Faham? So air tu bergerak Daripada A ke B. Through what? Through. Melalui apa? Through semi-permeable membrane. So kalau awak perasan kat tengah-tengah ni, adanya semi-permeable membrane. Apa fungsi semi-permeable membrane ni cikgu? Maksudnya dia hanya membenarkan air saja bergerak. Okey, dia hanya membenarkan air saja bergerak. Maksudnya sukros ni yang biji-biji merah ni, dia tak boleh bergerak, dia tak boleh pergi daripada A ke B, dia akan stay je kat sini. Faham tak? Kalau awak tak ada benda ni, air kat A dengan air kat B ni dia akan bercampur, betul tak? Kita tak nak macam tu. Okey, sebab itulah kita letak semi-permeable membrane. Fungsi dia apa? To prevent a movement of large solute molecules. Sebab apa kita nak prevent solute ni biar ada kat sini je. Sebab tu awak tengok at the end of the experiment, bilangan kat sebelah A ni solute dia sama. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sama tak? Cuma air je yang berubah. Sebab apa? The water will move from high concentration of water to a lower concentration of water. Faham? So apa kaitan osmosis dengan gut cell ni? Apa kaitannya? Ni awak tengok kat sini ya. Okey, so apa yang dia cakap ni awak tengok. Okey, when there is a light, okey, bila ada cahaya matahari, gut cell will do photosynthesis. Betul lah apa yang tadi saya cakap. Gut cell ni dia ada chloroplast. Bila ada chloroplast, they will do photosynthesis. Untuk hasilkan apa? Untuk hasilkan oksigen dan juga glukos. Kat sini kita nak fokus kepada glukos. Awak tengok. When there is a light, gut cell will carry out photosynthesis to produce glucose. The concentration of glucose in the gut cell increase, cause the water surrounding diffuse into the gut cell through osmosis. Okay, so awak tengok ni awak tengok yang gambar ni. So bila gut cell ni, kat sini dia tunjuk satu je sepatutnya ada dua. Okay, kiri dan kanan. Okay. So bila gut cell ni dia buat proses fotosintesis, dia akan menghasilkan glukos. So maksudnya kat sini ada banyak glukos. Air banyak tak? Kurang lah. So bila air kurang, air daripada surrounding cell. Air daripada surrounding cell tu maksudnya sel yang ada di sekeliling. So kalau kita ingat balik tadi, apa sel yang ada dekat tepi gut cell tadi? Lower epidermis cell. Lower epidermis cell tu ada air, betul tak? So air daripada upper epidermis cell tu akan masuk ke dalam gut cell by osmosis. Sebab apa? Sebab concentration of water in surrounding cell is higher than in the gut cell. Faham? Okay, so apa yang terjadi bila air masuk? Hence the gut cell become turgid and curved. Ni awak tengok ni, dia become turgid and curved. Turgid tu maksudnya dia penuh dengan air. Penuh dengan air. So you have to know that when the gut cell turgid and have a curved shape, the stoma will open. Awak tengok ni, stoma tu akan terbuka. Awak tengok luar kan ni, stoma dia. Okay. Conversely, at the night or on a hot day, the water diffuse out. Waktu malam dan juga waktu hot day, mestilah kurang buat proses fotosintesis, betul tak? Bila kurang proses fotosintesis, maksudnya kuranglah glukos. Kalau kurang glukos, dia akan ada banyak air. So air yang ada dalam gut cell tu dia akan diffuse out. The water diffuse out of the gut cell through osmosis. So bila air banyak keluar daripada gut cell ni, gut cell tu akan jadi flaccid and straight. Dia akan mengecut. Bila mengecut, awak tengok apa jadi kepada stoma. Stoma akan tertutup. Boleh faham Okay. Okay, let's go to the next one. Ni awak tengok ni. Okay, kejap. The effect of osmosis on the stoma. Ni macam cikgu cerita tadi lah. Bila air masuk, okay, bila ni awak tengok stoma to open. Macam mana stoma to open? Okay, cikgu cerita balik So gut cell ni dia akan buat proses fotosintesis. Bila buat proses fotosintesis, dia akan ada banyak glukos. Bila dia banyak glukos, dia akan jadi kurang air. Bila kurang air daripada surrounding cell yang ada dekat sekeliling gut cell ni, the water will diffuse into it. So bila water diffuse into the gut cell become turgid and also curve. and this will open the stoma. Faham? Tapi bila waktu malam ni, at the night or hot day, the water diffuse out. Tadi air masuk ni air keluar pula. Bila air keluar, gut cell tu dia akan straight ataupun flaccid. So bila flaccid dia mengecut, apa jadi kepada stoma? Dia akan tertutup. Okay, boleh faham? Okay, let's go to the next part. Okay, you see here. Okay, the effect of acidic gas in the air on the survival plant. Okay, air polluted gas which are acidic such as sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide dissolve in the rainwater to produce acid rain. Okay, saya guna cerita sikit lah. Okay, when usually factory lah, okay, kilang-kilang. Okay, kilang-kilang, they don't just produce carbon dioxide. Instead, they also produce sulfur dioxide gas and nitrogen dioxide gas. So bila dua gas ni dibebaskan di udara, bila ada air hujan tu dia akan bergabung dengan sulfur dioxide dengan nitrogen dioxide. So dia akan hasilkan apa? Dia akan hasilkan acid rain, hujan asid. So acid rain kill the plant cell and cause the soil become acidic and less fertile. Maksudnya bila ada acid rain, hujan asid ni dia akan membunuh tumbuh-tumbuhan. Sebab apa? Sebab pertama sekali tanah tu menjadi asid. For your information, all living thing they need to be in neutral, medium. Dia tak boleh acid, tak boleh alkaline, must be medium. So kalau jadi acid, can the plant survive? No, dia akan matilah. Sebab tu dia cakap less fertile, dia akan kurang subur. And most plants cannot live in a highly acidic soil, and this will reduce the agricultural product and cause food shortage. So bila tumbuhan tu tidak boleh hidup, mestilah kita akan kurang makanan, betul tak? Sebab tumbuh-tumbuhan sebagai contoh sayur dan juga buah-buahan. Okay, among the preventive measure against the effect of pollution on plant and in a local and global content such as as below. Okay, ban open burning in Indonesia and Malaysia. Okay, kita kena prevent lah ataupun ban lah. Okay, open burning. Sebab apa? Open burning ni maksudnya awak boleh bakar macam-macam. Kadang-kadang plastik tu pun, if you burn it, it will release nitrogen and sulfur dioxide dalam plastik sebagai contoh. Okay, lepas tu limit the number of motor vehicle on the road in Beijing, China. Okay, sometimes vehicle ataupun motor lah, motor ke bus ke apa, they don't just produce carbon dioxide, they also produce sulfur and nitrogen dioxide. Okay, so kita kena limitkan lah. And then encourage the use of alternative energy such as solar energy. Solar energy ni maksudnya tenaga cahaya matahari lah. Okay, we cannot use biomass energy sebagai contoh. We need that require combustion. Okay. Okay, example of research information gathered by the scientists on the effect of acid rain and steps taken to prevent pollution. The decision are as below, as follow. Maksudnya there is a lot of research has been made by the scientists to prevent acid rain. Okay, so this is one of the solution on how we can avoid acid rain. Okay. Okay guys, so let's continue. Okay, the next one, we are going to study about the substance that can harm our human respiratory system. So basically, these are the example of substance that can harm our respiratory system. The first one is cigarette tar, and then you have carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, haze, dust, and pollen. Okay, so in the exam, if they ask you, name the substance that are harmful to the human respiratory system, so this could be your answer. Okay, so the first one, we go for cigarette tar. Okay, so cigarette tar, you can find obviously in the cigarette. Okay, you can find in the cigarette. Why cigarette tar is very dangerous? Because when the cigarette tar stick, okay, in our air passage, this cigarette tar will kill the cell. Okay, so the cigarette tar will kill the cell present in the thorax. Okay, pairing, and lastly, it can damage the cell in the alveoli. So what will happen when the cell in the alveoli is killed? It means that the gases exchange cannot happen efficiently. Exchange is very important. Why? Because we want to take oxygen and we want to release carbon dioxide. So when the cell in the alveoli die, who will do that? So we will die eventually because there is no oxygen for us, right? Okay, so other than that, you have to know that cigarette tar also, it will increase the production of mucus, okay, and phylum, okay, phlegm in the lung. Okay, so this is the reason why people who smoke the cigarette, they tend to cough or have flu. Okay, because this mucus and also phlegm ni, it will disturb. Okay, it will disturb the respiratory system. Okay, mucus ni lendir lah. So when there is a lendir over there, the gas cannot, cannot get out and get in our respiratory tract easily. Okay. Okay, guys. So other than cigarette tar, these are the other ingredient you can find in the cigarette. You can find nicotine. So nicotine, for your information, you also can find in insecticide, racun serangga. Can you imagine? When someone smoke the cigarette, they also smoke the insecticide. Okay, so nicotine, bear in mind, it will cause to addiction. Okay, so someone who smoke the cigarette, they tend to be addicted. Why? Because inside the cigarette there is a nicotine. So nicotine is a chemical that lead to addiction. Okay, other than that, it also have carbon monoxide. You see here, carbon monoxide is a smoke from motor vehicle. So when someone smoke the cigarette, they also will take the smoke from motor vehicle. Okay. Okay. Other than that, you can read on your own. Okay. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Okay. Number 2. Okay, next is about carbon monoxide. Just now we have discussed about cigarette tar, right? Now we go for carbon monoxide. So carbon monoxide usually found in cigarette smoke and exhaust gases of motor vehicle. Okay, so this is the source of carbon monoxide. It's either from cigarette smoke and also from the vehicle. So why carbon monoxide is very dangerous? Because you see here, when carbon monoxide present in our body, okay, this carbon monoxide will combine with hemoglobin. Where you can find hemoglobin? Hemoglobin you will find in red blood cell. Okay, so when there is a carbon monoxide, when you inhale it, this carbon monoxide will enter our body, right? So this carbon monoxide, it will bind with hemoglobin to form carboxyhemoglobin. Okay, so when there is a carboxyhemoglobin, what will happen? This cause a shortage of oxyhemoglobin in the blood to transport oxygen to the body. Normally, only oxygen, right, will combine with hemoglobin in the red blood cell. But right now, oxygen cannot compete with carbon monoxide. Okay, so this carbon monoxide will block oxygen. This carboxyhemoglobin, okay, bila carbon monoxide bergabung dengan hemoglobin, jadilah carboxyhemoglobin. So this carboxyhemoglobin will prevent the oxygen to be transported. So what happened to us? Can we receive oxygen? No, right? So when we don't receive oxygen, what will happen to us? We will die. So due to this shortage, the body cell are unable to produce energy through cellular respiration. So when there is no oxygen, no energy. When no energy, we die. So this is very dangerous. Okay. Okay, the next one is sulfur dioxide. So sulfur dioxide normally produced by combustion of coal from power station. Ni awak tengok ni. Usually happen in the factory. So this factory, they will release so many sulfur dioxide. Okay, so why it is very dangerous? Okay, you see here, sulfur dioxide is a colorless gas. Okay, and it irritates air passage, causing cough, difficulty breathing, and bronchitis and lung cancer. So these are the disease someone will get when they are exposed or if they inhale sulfur dioxide. Okay, so these are the disease they will have lah. Okay. So let's go to the next one. Number 3. Okay, and then nitrogen dioxide. You see here, nitrogen dioxide is produced when there is a combustion of fuel, okay, such as petrol and diesel in a motor vehicle. So you see here, there are so many vehicles, car, lorry, motor, and so on. So they will release nitrogen dioxide. So nitrogen dioxide basically they are brown color. They are brown color. So when someone are exposed to the nitrogen dioxide, okay, they will experience cough, difficulty in breathing, and asthma. Okay, so these are the disease, okay, they will get when they are exposed to nitrogen dioxide. Okay, the next one, haze, dust, and pollen. Haze ni jerubu lah, dust ni habuk. Pollen ni adalah apa yang bahasa Melayu? Pollen is not habuk, is something like from the flower. Flower, pollen grain. Okay, dia bunga tu. Habuk daripada bunga tu. Okay. So haze, dust, and pollen are solid particles which are fine, light, and suspended in the air. Okay, the smoke from motor vehicle, exhaust, open burning, and forest produce haze and dust. So haze and dust are produced through motor vehicle, open burning ataupun forest fire. Bila hutan terbakar, ada motor dan juga open burning, this will produce haze and dust. Ni awak tengok ni. Pollen released by enter into the air. Enter ni is a structure you can find in the flower. You still remember enter? Enter dekat male reproductive organ of flower. Kan kita ada enter, ada filamen, right? Enter tu lah yang akan hasilkan pollen, specifically pollen grain. So this pollen grain will travel through the air. Okay, so haze, dust, and pollen irritate the respiratory system and cause respiratory disease such as asthma. Okay. Okay, next. Number 4. Okay, guys. So just now we have studied the substance. Okay, the substance that lead. The substance that are harmful to our respiratory system. Now we are going to study in detail. Okay. The respiratory disease. Okay, just now I have mentioned about asthma, bronchitis, emphysema, and so on. But right now we are going to study in detail. Tengok asthma ni macam mana. Asthma is triggered by the presence of dust, pollen, haze, smoke from cigarette and motor vehicle. Okay, the symptom of asthma including shortness of breath, wheezing, and coughing. Okay. This one is very common, asthma. Okay, and then bronchitis. Bronchitis is an inflammation of bronchus. You still remember bronchus? Okay, bronchus is a branch after trachea. You have trachea and then you have bronchus, right? Left and right. So when there is an inflammation tu maksudnya kita punya bronchus tu dia jadi merah. Dia jadi kemerah-merahan. Okay, so the symptom of bronchitis including shortness of breath, persistent coughing, and insomnia. Insomnia ni maksudnya dia tak boleh tidur lah. Okay, insomnia. Okay, okay dah. Okay, so remember bronchitis is a inflammation. Inflammation ni adalah keradangan. Keradangan tu maksudnya dia punya bronchus tu mungkin membengkak, jadi warna merah. Faham tak? Okay. Seterusnya emphysema. Emphysema is the condition when the alveoli in the lung are damaged by harmful substance in the air such as irritant in the cigarette smoke. Okay, so apa simptom dia? Shortness of breath, pain when breathing. Bila nak bernafas dia rasa sakit. Feeling tired from doing even a light task. Buat kerja sikit letih dah. So check yourself. Okay, emphysema patient cannot cure, but symptom of this disease can be controlled. So you see here, this is a healthy alveoli. Okay, but this is damaged alveoli due to emphysema. Okay, you see here, the total surface area for alveoli decrease. So it means that the gases exchange cannot happen more. So less oxygen can get lah. Kuranglah oksigen dapat sebab tu dia letih. Okay. Okay, next. Okay, so the effect of smoking on the lung. Okay, I'm sure you guys always see this signboard, right? No smoking. Okay, smoking is not only harmful to the respiratory system of the smoker, but it also to the respiratory system of others. Okay, when someone smoke the cigarette, they are considered as an active smoker. Okay, bila seseorang tu isap rokok, kita boleh consider dia sebagai active smoker. But when someone is there, bila seseorang tu isap rokok dan ada orang di sekeliling dia, okay, those person who are not who don't smoke but they are there around the smoker, they are known as a passive smoker. Sebagai contoh lah awak punya kawan tu isap rokok, tapi awak tak isap rokok, but you are there, awak ada kat sekitar tu. Okay, you are considered as a passive smoker. A person who does not smoke but inhale cigarette smoke, known as a passive smoker. The harmful effect of cigarette smoke to the human respiratory system do not only happen to the body of the smoker, but it also to the body of the passive smoker. Because you know that when someone smoke, dia akan bebaskan asap rokok, betul tak? Dan asap rokok tu you inhale, awak sedut asap rokok tu. Asap rokok tu ada apa? Ada benda-benda tak adilah yang cikgu cerita. Ada nikotin, ada carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide. So indirectly you also will get the disease. So I hope you guys can maybe stay away from smoker and also give them advice to stop smoking. Okay. Okay, the last one. Okay, this is the one. And the last one is lung smoker. Lung cancer. So as you can see, this is a lung for a healthy person. This is the lung for those who have lung cancer. You see here, very black. Why black here? Maybe the person smoke too many cigarette that contain tar. Macam cikgu cerita tadi, tar dia kan. Okay, lung cancer is caused by cancer causing chemical substance known as a carcinogen. Okay, bear in mind, one of the ingredient you can find in the cigarette is carcinogen. So carcinogen ni lah yang akan menyebabkan lung cancer. So these chemical substance are inhaled during breathing. So cigarette smoke contain various carcinogen. For example, tar that can cause lung cancer. Tar pun akan menyebabkan lung cancer. Symptom of lung cancer include persisting coughing, susah nak sebut blood in a phagram and feeling pain when breathing. So bila someone tu sentiasa batuk, lepas tu berdarah pula tu, okay, lepas tu rasa sakit bila bernafas. So those are the symptom for those who have lung cancer. Okay guys, so I think that's all for today. So I hope once you done watching this video, okay, please write down your name and class on the comment section for attendance, and please complete the homework I give to you right after this. Okay, so I see you next time. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Have a nice day.